Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about women secretly want men who act like this. So there is a secret that women don't really talk about that much, and it's what they find attractive in men. Now, if you ask a woman and she's being dishonest about what she finds attractive in men, she will talk to you about, she'll basically describe the simp or the guy that she would friend zone. That's who she would say. She was like, oh yeah, I want a guy that lets me know where I stand. He messages me. He messages me a lot. He tells me that he likes me. He buys me things. He wines me. He dines me. He does these things. He shows me that he cares. He can open up his emotions and talk about his emotions. But what they're actually describing the guys that they friend zone. They're describing the guys that they reject. Because in movies and TV, you see a lot of guys that act like this and they get the girl. And it kind of brainwashes society into thinking this is what they want. But when it comes down to it, when women actually date guys who act like that, who act kind of like desperate and needy, fighting for affection, they actually end up regretting, they may regret, but they actually end up rejecting those guys. So if a woman is honest, though, and you ask her, what about those guys in your life that you've been obsessed over? What about those guys in your life that you've fallen madly in love with? What did they do? How did they act? How did they behave? In the beginning, at least. And she'll tell you the truth if she's willing to tell you the truth. And these are the secrets. Okay? She liked a guy who was mysterious. She'll say, oh yeah, I couldn't get him on the phone that much. It was difficult to message him. He wouldn't respond very often. He was kind of a mystery. He wasn't always around. He didn't tell me how he felt about me. He left how he felt. I was always wondering how he felt about me. I wasn't sure about how he felt. That's one of the things that she will tell you if she's being honest. So another thing that women like is they like guys who are leaders. And this is why sometimes a woman can end up with a guy who's not very nice. Because sometimes they mix leadership qualities with actually guys who are controlling. Because women are attracted to men who are leaders, right? But sometimes these insecure men who are actually really horrible to women and actually very mean, who basically use leadership as a form of control rather than actually genuinely being a leader. And that's how women can end up in very horrible relationships. And that's why you may think, oh, why do women always like guys who are jerks, who are horrible to them? And that's not necessarily true. They mistaken these like good quality masculine qualities that they're attracted to, but often they're attached to these really insecure, controlling, horrible, abusive men. So the leader then is decisive. He goes for what he wants. He makes the plans. So a guy who's controlling may say to a woman, hey, you know what? I'm going to take you out. We're going to go out on Saturday. I'm going to come pick you up and we're going to go to this place. You can still say those kinds of things to women without being that controlling, horrible person down the road. Because that's what women do. They think, oh yeah, that was really attractive. He just went for it. And then they end up in a relationship with a man that's really actually horrible to them and controls more parts of their lives. Like you can't see your family. You can't see your friends anymore. You've got to always be with me. I'm going to keep you inside the house. You know, that's how sometimes those things can lead if she's with a man that's actually very dangerous. But you can still have that leadership quality without turning into that tyrant. You can still be like, hey, you can still make the plans basically. Like, hey, I'm going to pick you up at this time. We're going to go to this place. You know, you can still be that and also be a nice guy who isn't going to hurt her or be horrible to her or make her not see her friends and family and do all the things that most abusers do, narcissists do. So women like men who are leaders, and it really does heighten their attraction. If you can make all the plans, and if you can, even if you're married or you got a girlfriend already, like and you've got kids and stuff, like plan to get a babysitter and then make a plan to go out with her, saying like, hey, you know what, we're going to go to the movies this weekend, we're going to go watch this movie, and then we're going to go to this afterwards. And even if you want to appear even more mysterious, don't tell her all of the plans. Just be like, I'm going to pick you up and I get at 7 and we're going to have a great night. You could keep it kind of elusive and interesting and mysterious by not letting her in on what the plans actually are. But women like men who are leaders. They're attracted to men who are leaders. So another secret that women like about men, and a quality that will keep her interested in you and want to be with you, is guys that have this unshakable confidence. And basically what this means, in a way, obviously, general confidence is good. So confidence from having good skills that you know how to do really, really well. Because when you're confident in something, you can do it really, really well, and that's why you're confident in it. Like it could be like driving. If you've been driving a car for like, let's say like 10 years, you're a confident driver usually, right? Because you've been doing it for so long and you know how to do it really well. So that's how you get general confidence. But when it comes to confidence with women, you need to get to a place where you're not affected by her. Where, let's say you're in a good mood and she's in a bad mood, you can still remain in your good mood, right? If a woman doesn't respond to your messages, it doesn't bother you, right? Because you're like, okay, well, if she's got my messages, I'm not going to send her another message. She's got it. She's got those messages. She knows she knows that I like her. She knows that I'm into her. So I'm just going to let her go. If she likes me, she'll be there. But a lot of guys do the opposite of that. They think, oh my God, I'm losing her. I need to do something. I need to message her. I need to ask what's going on. I need to ask where I stand. That's what a lot of guys do, because they become insecure when a woman sort of becomes elusive and disappears and becomes mysterious herself, right? It makes him want to take action. And the same effect happens on women when you become more elusive, when you become more mysterious. If she really likes you, then she'll reach out to you and she'll want to contact you. But essentially, you need to become unaffected by her actions, her moods, and by what she says. No matter what, if you wake up and you're having a good day, you're going to continue having a good day no matter what she does. And if, for whatever reason, she doesn't join you and becomes happy too, then you're going to say to her, look, I'm in a good mood and I want to continue being in that good mood, so I'm going to go, right? Now, of course, there may be some occasions where you may actually need to just cheer her up and make her feel better about herself. And usually if a woman is having an issue and a problem, it's better to ask her about what's going on, because women tend to feel better after they've spoken about and they're talking about what's going on in their lives. So if she's actually having an issue, and it's your girlfriend or your wife or a woman that you're dating as well, that if she seems sad or seems like something's bothering her, try and open her up and get her to talk about it and get her to talk about her feelings, because that's what's ultimately going to make her feel better. And, if you can bring some humor and some playfulness into it, right, you can cheer her up and make her feel better about herself. And then she'll start to associate positive feelings with you. Because one of the things that I think a lot of guys may get wrong when they date a woman is, especially if they're in a bad mood, they can make a woman feel negatively about them because the mood and the energy is negative and bad. So if you want a woman to like disappear from your life, make her feel bad. Just talk about horrible things. Talk about things that are depressing you. Talk about things that are really sad, right? But if you want a woman to associate positive feelings to you, make her feel good. Laugh. Tell jokes. Be playful. Be funny. Have banter. Talk about light-hearted things. Talk about things that she would enjoy talking about, and you talk about things that you enjoy talking about, right? And have really good quality conversations that elicit positive emotions. And if she associates positive feelings to you and likes hanging around you, she's going to want to like to hang around you more. She's going to want to hang out with you more. It makes sense, right? The more you make someone like hanging out with you, they're going to want to hang out with you more. And that's the same thing applies to women, right? As well as like friendships and anyone that you're trying to want to be in your life. And it could be like you've got friendships or people in like family members that you want to feel good, that you want them to feel good around you, so they stick around, and you get to have the benefit of hanging out with them, and they get to have the benefit of hanging out with you. So you also need to then as well develop this self-respect as well, because sometimes if you don't have much respect for yourself, then you can act in very needy and insecure ways. So one of the best ways that you can gain really good self-respect is by, first of all, just pick a goal. It could be a small goal. Just pick a goal and then work towards that goal. It could be that, oh yeah, I'm trying to work on getting a six-pack, or it could be that I'm trying to work on getting make a successful business. Just work on these things every day. It doesn't have to be a long time. It could even just be like half an hour. And just work on those things, because if they're really important to you and you've been procrastinating on it and you never follow through with what you want, then you're not going to have much respect for yourself. So the best way to gain self-respect is to follow through on those things that you may be procrastinating on. And that will really help as well, gain that confidence and to be more attractive to women, right? Women like guys who have self-respect. They like guys who are confident. They like guys who are a leader. And they like guys who are, to begin with, very, very mysterious, because it opens that intrigue, right? You want to make them intrigued with you, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.